Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and this is a massive one again, kind of. Actually, yeah, this is definitely a massive one. And to go with this new Automaton tower that we have with all these nice rewards, we have a new browser. Our sponsor of the day, which is Opera GX. I switched over to this browser recently, and the reason why we took this sponsorship is because my old browser was just frustrating me with how much it was just taking over my resources. It was taking my CPU, it was taking my RAM, it was taking everything, and it was really frustrating. So I'm going to show you how you can fix that. So if we go into Opera GX, which you can download in the link description below, we can click on GX Control. This is the tab for gamers, let me tell you. And let me know in the comments too what you have these settings to. So we have our RAM limiter here. We can set it to only use a certain amount of RAM, which is amazing. We also have a CPU limiter, same thing, and this is a lifesaver for anybody who games. It doesn't slow down your games while you're doing whatever, doesn't slow down my recordings or make it stutter or anything like that. I love this tab to death. There's also the easy setup section where you have a bunch of different colors. I chose violet, of course. And then we have some more important things like force dark pages here so you don't get blinded. There's block ads, block trackers, and a VPN right in the browser. You don't have to pay for it whatsoever. And on the left here, we have Discord built right into the app. You can just click on it, do your typing, mix it so you don't have to have both open at once. Same thing with Twitch here. It shows you who is live and just one button click and you're in there. And then we also have the GX corner, and this is kind of where all the game deals and stuff are built together. And you can see all the listings here, and you can customize this to however you want. Me personally, I use this for my PlayStation Plus notifications. So you can download Opera GX for free in the link description below, and you can let me know how you like it and any other features I might have missed that I might be pretty excited to use. So let's talk a little bit about what's coming. I'm going to go through these and go through the patch notes. I think a lot of the information this time was conveyed in the patch notes, so we'll definitely be reading those. First off, Archdemon's shadow adjustments. They're going to be making her obtainable through Mystic Moonlight Covenant, which is a thing. We also know we can now purchase the imprints with 10 gold transmits, which is actually pretty insane, I think. A really good way to get the imprints. Worse than otherwise, but still really good. So but the most important part, the next line, episode boss heroes such as Straws will have their own exclusive memory imprint item when they are released. So they're basically confirming Straws is coming sometime. They didn't say when, but this is confirmation that they are coming. So absolutely awesome, really unexpected news that came out of nowhere. Like, I wasn't expecting a random Straws announcement there. There's also the new Angelica, which is going to be available for memory imprints. You can use regular Angelica and Sinful Angelica, and this is not a skin. This is a brand new Angelic Angelica, which is awesome. I love the VA, and this is great. I wasn't expecting this. I didn't even know this was really a thing. I thought it was just a skin, but nope, it's confirmed. It is a new unit. We also have balance adjustments. I'm just going to skip these. We've already talked about these a lot. Check out my last week's video. They're also changing the AI for Free Spirit Tierra, so she can now kind of rival Arbiter Vildred in farming as well. Do not, if you're a new player, do not, if you're an old player too, if you're anybody, don't recommend people take Vildred from selective summons anymore. Definitely 100% should not be taking him. You should be taking Sigrid, or honestly, like a bunch of other people over Vildred at this point, just because you get a free plus 15 Tierra who works just as well for a lot of things, often better in some situations because she doesn't have elemental disadvantage. Please, 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 please stop recommending Vildred. I cannot stress it enough. We then have Automaton Tower, and this is a massive change. The Too Long Didn't Read of this is it's going to be a roguelike, kind of similar if you've played AFK Arena or Guardian Tales. It has different styles of things you can pick. I can't really show you too much. It's a really in-depth thing, and we're going to really have to jump into it. Most importantly, massive rewards, absolutely massive rewards. We're getting, I believe, 14 gold transmits every week, so or every 2 weeks. So every month we'll be getting 28 gold transmits just from this. There's also Molagoras, eye level 88 gear, and you can choose exactly what you want with the 88 gear basically. This is massive, probably the biggest recurring influx of stuff, just everything that we've ever gotten in this game. Absolutely insane. And we all have the best quality of life markers added for heroes that can be revived. Cool, just what we wanted. We then have Mystic Summon rotation. We already saw this. I will be pulling for this. I've only got 1,000, but I'll be pulling for sure. We then have drop rate up of Cecilia and Rise of Monarch. I don't really recommend pulling for Cecilia. I think she's a great unit, but I think she's so hard to invest in. She takes so many resources. Ludwig as well. I would not recommend pulling for Ludwig. And we're getting to the new character, which we actually haven't seen yet, and I was really surprised, and we had a lot of guesswork about it too. So we've got the coin shop rotation, S10, Basar, Ravi, pretty decent one here. So let's switch over to our new Opera GX browser here and take a look at this first, and I'm really hoping this isn't too loud. We shall see. Look at the animation, it's so good.
What do you need?
It's so good. Reba Burr as the VA. I actually don't know who that is, so I'm going to be checking it out right after this. This is Politis, a fire mage, unexpected. I guess fire mage was expected because that seems to be the only thing they know how to make, but very excited for this. Let's watch a little bit more.
A lover? Family?
VA's 11 out of 10. VA is absolutely 11 out of 10. So let's take a look at... I want to see the animations. Here we go. Playing with the dolls, so cute. The dolls have tails. Oh, look at the art. It's so good. I'm so excited for this. And the skill 3. Sorry for clicking through. I don't want to go through all of this. But look at the skill 3 animation. One of the best in the game, I think. I just love that little reveal, like the way they show the depth of it. I think that's just amazing.
Most are too foolish to notice the lurking threat of the apocalypse. So I must prepare for the end in their place.
Love her voice. Honestly, one of the best work I've ever seen. So these are her stats. 106 speed, a little slow, but she does get some CR. We'll see in a second. Really low HP, decently average to high defense, 30% base effectiveness, which is insane. That's really high. Also, she has a self imprint. So if you're a whale, you're going to start out with 57% effectiveness. And anytime you're like, wow, how do people get these stats? That's how. 27% effectiveness just for free is pretty insane. Also abnormally high attack as well here. And let's take a look at her skills. First off, we're going to look at her passive because everybody has a passive now. This is Astral Guide, and it is when the monster is not PvE, basically. Reduces the CR, increases granted to the enemy by 50%. It also does not stack with others of similar things. And then it activates Tranquility when the enemy uses a non-attack skill, and that can be activated once every 2 turns. And Tranquility attacks all enemies, decreases buff durations by 1 turn, and then increases combat readiness of the caster by 30%, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. It also requires no Molagora if you're not building her for damage as well, which is fantastic. So what this allows you to do, I think this is going to take another video, by the way. I'll go way more in depth on her in a full video because I think she deserves it, but we'll just touch the surface first. Basically, if you go against an Oxlots, specifically World Arena, I hate that everything's World Arena now, but also usable in Guild War 2, which is great. If you use it against Oxlots, they need to be really fast to have that Oxlots person go in, because if you're sitting there at like, let's say 230, 240 speed, she's got low base speed, so you can't get her super speedy. Not only will the person Oxlot's boost stop only get 50% of the combat readiness, but she'll also get a 30% boost as well. So really going to neuter that style of thing. Next up is her skill 3 here, and remember, she boosts her combat readiness, so she will start off with her skill 2, assuming somebody opens up with the non-attack skill, remove buffs and lower the buff count by 1 rather. and then boost herself up, and then take a turn, which we will attack with an AoE with a 75% chance up to 100% chance to decrease hit chance and unable to be buffed for 2 turns, and it's on a 4-turn cooldown, so you can pretty much cycle it pretty easily, especially with her soul burn, which we'll see in a second. And the other thing is, I believe they said with her skill 2, it'll remove buffs first, and then Abyssal Crown can proc. So you will have a chance to proc Abyssal Crown off of her skill 2 and then her skill 3. So you'll have 2 AoE chances to Abyssal Crown with built-in buff removal on top of it. So pretty nuts. So, and then her final skill here, it's made Chloe's. Why can't I find it? Actually, let's watch a little bit of the combat here. She doesn't do much damage, which is expected. She's definitely a debuffer. So we can see default attack. She gets boost up. Love the animations. Does her thing, goes again. That's such a great combination. And then her skill 1 is make Chloe's bop. So she's going to have a 25% chance to stun up to 35% with Molagoras, and it grants an extra turn. I love this. It's one of my favorite skill 1s. 35% chance is a little low, but it always happens if we know things from Maid Chloe, and she's going to have the effectiveness to land it as well. And Soul Burn will allow her to not only cycle her skill 3 cooldown, but you can start off with skill 2 boosting up, then skill 3, and then you take a turn after. You Soul Burn, hit somebody in the face with whatever she bops people with, and then your skill 2 passive, whatever it's called, is up again. So really amazing here. This is maybe not an underestimated soul burn, but it's way better than it looks, because it allows you to just keep proccing tranquility. Absolutely nutters for PvP. And then her artifact here, I don't know what they were thinking with this, but basically when you die, you have a 50 to 100% chance to grant all allies except for the caster, because you're dead, random buffs for 2 turns, which can be greater attack, increased defense, increased evasion, immunity, and increased critical hit chance. I think this would have been a lot better had they narrowed down the buffs. Like, for example, if you made this only do greater attack or something, so you could have it so your character is designed to die. I think that would be really sweet. You also have only immunity or something like that, or only evasion, but throwing an increased defense and critical hit resistance just doesn't seem like a big enough swing to be able to use this, especially with the characters we currently have. Okay, so let's switch back to this here, and I just want to show you something too. And this was a message I sent to somebody, because after I made the YouTube video, I was like, no, that's not Bale and Suzanne. I said it could be also somebody with souls of scary little dolls around her. Yeah. So I was right after the video, kind of. Also, new side story, we're getting a really unfortunate speed chest without any HP percent. I don't know why they would do that, but it is what it is. Still, I guess, worth a chance to go a bunch of speed rolls in that. We then have Tywin drop rate up as well, which is coming in like a week from now, not tomorrow. And she's also going to be summonable tomorrow, and she also is not limited, so do not worry. So back to our Opera GX browser, our sponsor of the day. And let's talk a little bit, or let's look at this. I haven't actually looked at this. We're going to scroll through a lot of these. We are using the automatic dark mode as well to make this actually not burn my eyes, which is fantastic. And it's actually handling the color changes well, which is awesome. So we're going to skip through the buffs here. We already know this is coming. This is what I wanted to see. So the Automaton Tower renewal, it is 25. No, it is 4 floors of 25, I think. So 100 floors total, and it is every 2 weeks. So that's 200 floors a month you have to do. So wowza. But the rewards are insane. There's not too much to really stipulate about this now, just knowing that it's going to be strategy focused. I would say it's going to be decently intense. It's going to be a lot harder, I think. And hopefully, more importantly, it's going to be a lot more fun. Me personally, my favorite game modes and a lot of the other gachas I play are roguelikes similar to this. So I think if they do it well, it's going to be awesome, especially with the rewards here. Hopefully they go into more rewards. But like I said, 28 gold transmits a month from this. Absolutely insane. It will cost stamina. And we can see some examples here. So this is one of the things you can pick after you do a floor clear. So for example, you could get stat stacking device for a warrior, which is after a warrior hero is attacked, increase their attack and defense by up to 30% or by 33%, and you can stack it 3 times. You could also take one for a knight, which makes knights do 150% more damage. You could also do Soul Weaver, which whenever somebody's turn ends, increases the CR of the Soul Weaver by 10%. So you pick different ones of these every stage, and you kind of build your team, and some things will be really good, some won't be as good, some will be great for your team. I'm really excited for this. One of my favorite game modes. I love this. There's also more, like increases damage dealt by allies by up to 80% when it's not their turn, or you can take instant burn after an ally is attacked, has a 75% chance to burn the attacker for 3 turns and ignores ER, or you can choose when the hero in the front row is attacked, has a 100% chance to counterattack. And it's level 1 or 2, so I'm assuming you can level them up as well. And there are boatloads of these. I'm really... Ooh, rewards. Yes. Okay, so this is what we wanted to see. So, floor 1, lesser charms, 2 of all of these. Charms for all the first ones, equipment, charm selective chest, 350k gold. You only get the one on the right side, by the way, assuming you're doing level 4. And there's also easier levels for newer players. 65 accessory chests, 78 accessory chests, some more charms. Cool. Cool. And then we also get leaves, 2 leaves, sky stones, transmit, bookmarks, charms, more everything. This is really, really cool. So I think this is level 88 accessory chest here too. So this is repeated 4 times, I believe. Or is this floor 1, and then this is floor 2, then this is floor 3, and this is floor 4? I thought it was difficulty. Oh no, it's not difficulty. Okay, so I was wrong. It looks like these are all the rewards, so you will get all the things here. So at the end of it, you'll get 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you'll get all these rewards. You'll get 14 gold transmits, you'll get an 88 accessory, and you can choose the main stat. You'll get 2, 4, 6, 8 Mulagora. You'll get 600 Sky Stones. You'll get a boatload of gold there. You'll get 9 Leafs. Cool. You get so much. And this is every 2 weeks. So that is an extra 16 Mulagora a month. That is an extra 4, 8, 12, 28 gold transmits a month. That's an extra 288 accessories of the main stat of your choice a month. That's an extra 50,000 charms. That's an extra 10, 20, 30, 60 bookmarks a month. That's an extra 1,200 sky stones. That's an extra what else do we have here? Let's actually count the gold. So 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1.1 million there, and then 2.1, 2.5, 5.6 million gold a month as well. There are so many. This is by far the most rewards we'll ever get, and this is assuming you can clear it. I'm not sure how hard it's going to be, and I think we're going to struggle, so keep that in mind. Also Archdemon Shadow, blah blah blah, we know that's coming. Pretty excited, but don't think I'm going to pick her up just because I only have 1,000 pulls, and this is all other things. So we're going to stop here. Again, download Opera GX in the link description below. I'm using it as basically my daily driver now. Really enjoying all the different things we can do within it. And thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye, everybody.